What's going on, guys? Scope on TV here, back with another video. Today we're gonna take a look at the rapper Almighty Jay, discussing how he finessed the game when it came to his label and studio time, and how he was able to recoup that money that the label was giving him for his studio recording budget. Let's hear what he got to say.
So what I started doing was I registered my home as a studio. When I was with Atlantic, I registered my home as a studio. They did not know that. So when it go to a point like, okay, 2020, you got a 500,000 studio recording budget. What I was doing was saying, okay, I got a 500,000 studio recording budget. I'm about to go record at Studios. Studios that I'm going to record at is in my home. It's registered as an LLC. Studios in my home. So when I tell Atlantic, yo, I found a studio. These are the rates. I want to record whoop sessions over there. Send the money to them. Guess what? When they approve of that, the sessions were approved. That $500,000 recording budget that I got, they're now sending the money to my LLC.
Wow. That right there is a smart business move. As many of y'all know, music has changed over the past 5 years, especially since, the coronavirus came about. Many people now no longer goes to a big recording studio. There is hardly anyone that can tell the difference when it's recorded in a home studio that's with a treated room. When I mean by a treated room, if you take a look in the background, that's called a soundproof panel. I have a few of them all around this room on the walls, and what they do, they absorb sound. So when you clap your hands, then a lot of reverberation does not go on and on echoes like it would in an empty hallway. So therefore you get quality recordings, right? Just as you would in a studio with a treated booth. Times have changed. These are the times of the bedroom producer, as they call them. And guess what? Ain't no shame in my game because I'm all about it, man. I put out a lot of good music that were recorded, mixed, and mastered in my house. I do not leave my house. Now, back to what he was saying. When it comes to the label giving him the budget, more than likely at the time the labels were stuck in the old days where they say, oh, you got to go to the big studio to record, and they're doing things old school. The younger guys, they have figured out, hey, you know what, let me get the Pro Tools, let me get a desktop, let me get a nice microphone. Boom, I got my studio with a treated room. Bring that money to me, right? Now he's charging them, but he's also paying himself. I think that's a very smart move on his part, because a lot of these guys, they get this money. The first thing they do, they go buy gold chains. First thing they do, they go buy a nice car. They go buy a nice watch, stuff that they cannot afford, especially when it comes to the so-called advance. An advance from any record label is considered a loan. So what he did was an excellent move on his part, an excellent business move, because not only is he getting the advance money, he's able to save some of that and pay back whatever the label loaned him. Let's keep it going.
Which is registered as a studio, and I'm recording music for free at home. That was another way on how money was being made without having to really break a sweat. So what I started doing was,
Now, he said without breaking a sweat. Keyword, without breaking a sweat. It is effortless to wake up out of your bed, jump in your studio, boom. You got the whole setup right there. You don't have to get in your car, drive to a location, wait on a producer, wait on your homies to show up. When you get the right idea, the instant you get that hit song, you put it down right in your house on the microphone. You got everything, lined up to the computer. You got yourself a hit song without all the extra expenses, buying food to go to a studio to sit there for hours for somebody to be punching you in. You know what I'm saying? So that was a very smart move on his part. YBN Almighty Jay, they call him. Now you got some people in the comments I can see already that are disagreeing with his methods. And, I'm going to say these folks are not artists and they do not know how expensive it is to do this music thing. So we are going to cut them some slack because a lot of people would not understand that recording equipment, studio time, music videos, photo shoots, all these things take money. For myself, I'm a DIYer. Shout out to Curtis King, right? I shoot my own videos, take my own photos, edit my own videos, mix and master my own songs, record myself. This microphone right here, I've recorded on in the past, but this is now my vlogging microphone. Right here, this is the real microphone that I use to record my tracks, right? And I put it out myself. I'm an independent artist. And a lot of artists, if they weren't thinking so big, they would still have money today because what it all comes down to is the marketing aspect and the talent, which I'm trying my best right now. This is why I'm doing these videos to market myself so that people can see my face, know what I'm about, get a feel for my personality, and I could draw the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the comments and see what they got to say. Someone said, can't hold water for ish. Now, these are the kind of people that know the right thing, but are afraid to do the right thing. I'm guessing if this person gets the record deal, they would be too afraid to take that money and reinvest it into themselves. Another person said, new generation will tell on Jesus. All of these comments so far have been slave minded people that are afraid to understand the business aspect of it. He did say that he recorded his music home, but his home was registered as an LLC. There are LLCs right now in America that are out of people's garages, but they're not thinking that way. They're thinking, oh, you need to go to a big studio with the big fancy boards and the knobs and all that. You don't need that stuff in modern day times because you have all the software online on your whole entire DAW is on your desktop, and you can do everything that they do in studio in your home. And it's even better if you have money to buy a little bit of hardware to get extra, the extra icing, the extra warm sounds as they call it on top. But for majority of people, they can't tell where that song was recorded. Someone says this, not even a finesse, it just makes sense. Perfect. It does make sense. But like I said, most of these guys would be afraid to take that leap. They're afraid of everything. They're afraid of their own shadows. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think. Would you guys have ventured off with the label's money, taken a chance on yourself, recorded yourself, and send that track to be mixed and mastered, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you could be in deep, you know what, given the circumstance that they give you a $500,000 budget and you are not using it at their friend's big studio, their friend's massive studio. To me, was very smart, and I hope he still have money and recoup even more money because he was very savvy. Now, if another artist want to try this, why not? Always be able to record yourself because it gives you a certain level of confidence. It gives you a certain level that you would understand your music more than you ever did before. Once you're involved in the creative process, it's a different ball game. So until next time, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Scope of TV. I'm out.